system, bro. It's crazy. I got walk anywhere, and I'm good. I'm Kojo. I'm from school. The African American Resistance Organization. And today's a very special day. Today's a very, very special day. Today is the 99th birthday of Malcolm X. The one and only. This man fights for the world liberation. This man was an internationalist at heart. He fought for the liberation of people here and the liberation of people all over the world. Let's do a little story. Malcolm X, 1964. He goes all across Africa and the Middle East, connecting with comrades in the struggle. He met with Nkrumah, and then he went to Palestine. He went to Gaza on September 5th, 1964. In fact, he went to a refugee camp in Gaza. While there, he saw the trials and tribulations of people, and it reminded him of the conditions right here that black communities face to this day. Yeah. Malcolm X, he stayed there from September 5th to September 6th, then went to Cairo and met up with people in PLO. While there, he wrote one of the foundational texts. He wrote Zionist Logic, where he exposed the Zionist entity for what it is, settler colonialism. Yeah. Malcolm X understood that the same resistance that people were putting up here during the civil rights was analogous to the resistance of the Palestinian people. Malcolm X understood that the systems of oppression over in Palestine were the same exact system of oppression that people face right here in America. Yeah. What this means is if you can't stand for Palestine, you can't stand for yourself. If you can't fight for the liberation of Palestine, you can't fight for liberation here. The one and the same. They're tied together, intertwined for history. Come on, shout out. We understand that we can't have anybody's liberation, nobody's liberation, without the liberation of our Palestinian comrades. Global liberation takes a global people. It takes people here. It takes people in Palestine. It takes people in Ghana, Cuba, Venezuela, Egypt, everywhere. Everywhere people must rise. It don't matter where you are. It don't matter where you are. I know everybody knows this. An injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. So on this day particularly, we have to recognize our freedom fighters. We have to recognize our martyrs from here to Palestine. Because that's what Malcolm X did.
Yeah.
No justice!
No peace!
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 Make some noise! So first up, our glorious speaker, we got a comrade, Rami, speaking out to splendid students. Give it up for Rami!
This is actually an op-ed that was written by a graduating senior who has effectively been suspended. This graduating senior wrote this op-ed, and I will be reading it on behalf of them because unfortunately, due to this unjust, cruel institution, they can't speak publicly on this. The anonymous op-ed reads, I was asked by the Crimson to write this op-ed to reflect on my time as a Harvard undergraduate student. I was identified as a notable senior with experiences worthy of speaking to the nature and the character of a Harvard education. But today, I am forced to publish this article anonymously. For my involvement in the pro-Palestine encampment, I have been placed on a probation and my degree is being withheld for at least a year.
Yay!
Retaliation from the administrative board is likely if they identify who I am, given that I am one of the 14 graduating seniors in this position.
Yay!
I will not be allowed to walk with the degree in hand for standing up consistently and proudly for Veritas. My family, who have made innumerable sacrifices to see me in the place that I am today, will not be able to hang the college diploma on our living room wall. I am leaving Harvard infuriated, exhausted, and disgusted. I am appalled by the university's moral and material complicity to an ongoing genocide and the conditions of apartheid in occupied Palestine for which it aids and profits off. But also, and perhaps naively, I am surprised that Harvard would go to the extent that it did to distinctly suppress voices that call attention to this issue. I am tired. I am tired of the empty statements that we know are not true, but still have to bear the unfortunate experience of receiving every time the university is called to account for its actions. For all intents and purposes, according to a university spokesperson, the university is, quote, committed to applying all policies in a content-neutral manner and per existing regulations as outlined in the college and university guidelines, end quote.
Bullshit.
If only this spokesperson read the Crimson alone. Just last week, Professor Stephen Levinsky wrote extensively about the ways in which Harvard's response to pro-Palestine protests breaks from precedent and demonstrates the university's long-standing exception to free speech only when it comes to Palestine. Several student groups, particularly those representing predominantly brown, black, and Asian students, have since affirmed what they see as the university's neglect of its own precedent. It is not lost on us that these decisions were made as Harvard comes under fire from Congress and engages with meetings from the Anti-Defamation League, notorious for perpetuating racist and Islamophobic sentiment. There is plenty that undermines the university claim to content neutrality. The injustice lies bare before the student body and the world. Yet, I want to make one thing clear. Garbers recession of his promise to allow organizers to graduate should not be considered an anomaly. For anyone involved in pro-Palestine organizing on Harvard's campus, in particular for seniors, this is the most apt culmination of our time here at Harvard. Just this year alone, we witnessed the university refuse to condemn the doxing truck that paraded our faces around town. We saw the university's abject lack of empathy when it ignored death and rape threats to members of our community, including those who had nothing to do with political organizing on campus. We begged for conversations with university administrators about topics we felt were important to us, only to consistently receive empty promises and an aversion to direct engagement with student concerns. The Palestine Solidarity Committee, the only recognized Palestinian student group in the college, was suspended for alleged violations of President Garber's rights and responsibilities, a decision that has since been challenged by the ACLU. Here at Harvard, we witnessed a divestment referendum shot down. While the administrative board loves citing its Bible, the student handbook, to punitively charge many of us, it conveniently forgets the following passage. Quote, "It is the responsibility of officers of the administration and instruction to be alert to the needs of the university community, to give full and fair hearing to respond to reasoned expressions of grievances, and to respond promptly and in good faith to such expressions and to widely expressed needs for change," end quote. The university has never engaged in good faith with our communities, even when we play by the rules forcing us to go the extra mile to have our voices heard. The encampment was not just a popular protest strategy for us. Sure, we saw the symbolic and the tactical use of a sit-in in the heart of campus. For many of us, however, it was the result of Harvard's unique circumstances. At the encampment, we were pushed by a system that has no respect for addressing our grievances to participate in an act of civil disobedience. No one wants to protest for the sake of it, especially when doing so comes with the consequences of losing our jobs, fellowships, or the emotional ramifications. We protest because we see about the way in which this university and this country functions in aiding and abetting a genocide. We protest because our predecessors in the civil rights movement, anti-Vietnam movement, the anti-apartheid South Africa movement, the living wage campaign, Iraq war protests, Black Lives Matter, also feel despite at all odds we can win. And we protest because our faith teach us to. We protest because our grandparents and our great-great-grandparents sought freedom from colonialism. And it is our only duty to carry that legacy today. We protest because our mothers cry every time another Palestinian child being brutalized by the Israeli occupation forces. We protest because we come from places that are sensitive to history of genocide, ethnic violence, and occupation. We protest because we have hearts that respond to images of bloody dead babies, the destruction of safe havens, refugee camps and hospitals, a job offer, a fellowship I was rewarded, and a diploma is not my metric for success. Speaking out for and winning justice is. the student ends his op-ed by explaining, "So Harvard, if you want to charge me for being human, go for it. I will not apologize for having a heart. And do not dare claim me as your own in a few decades." I want to commend the students who unfortunately had to remain anonymous due to this institution for their brave words and his chant that from the river to the sea, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. And from the sea to the river, from the sea to the river, Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Make some Harvard University, we know it's time you're on. Remember South Africa, remember Vietnam.
Harvard University, we know what side you're on. Remember South Africa, remember Vietnam. Harvard University, we know what side you're on. Remember South Africa, remember Vietnam. Harvard University, we know what side you're on. Remember South Africa, remember Vietnam.
This university can't shake us. This university cannot shake us. That is the essence of Intifada. That is resolve. That is courage. That's what we have to show in this moment and in this movement. We have to be courageous, brave, and willing to put everything on the line. Because it's a genocide. It's a genocide. 40,000 Palestinians dead. 15,000 children. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to put on the line? And we have to be proud. We have to be proud of our solidarity with Palestine. They may vilify you in this moment. They may vilify you in this movement. They may vilify you in the present. But history, my friends, history will absorb us all. We have nothing to lose but our chains. And we understand that. And it's not just us. It's not just college students here. It's even the high schools. All across Boston, high schoolers have been putting on walkouts and rallies showing their solidarity with the Palestinian people. The young people of this nation and the young people of the world stand with Palestine. So I'm honored and proud to welcome up Layla from Somerville High.
Hi everyone. So I'm Layla. I go to Somerville High School. I'm 16 years old. I'm a descendant of Mexican Sephardic Jews who spoke Judeo-Spanish called Ladino. And I've been wearing the same necklace every day for the past 5 years, and it's called a Chai. It's the 8th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and it's a symbol of long life. Everybody in my family has one. Unfortunately, for the past 8 months, all I've seen is the loss of life. I wrote this like half poem thing. How can I be expected to focus in school on literary devices, integrals, and things that feel so disgustingly pointless in a time there's a fucking genocide being live streamed on Instagram? I see my little sister Selma in every mutilated baby. I hear my mom in every heaving sob. I see my dad in every father tearing his most tender reason for living out from underneath the rubble, and my brother in every young boy. At home, I talk about the genocide unfolding in Palestine quite often. However, when I go to school, it's like nothing is happening. Nobody's talking about the 40,000 people who are dead. Nobody is talking about how our government is funding each individual one of those deaths. I organized the walkout from Somerville High School to join the Tufts encampment and coincidentally, after having excused absences as a walkout handbook from our school being unexcused, all of a sudden, after 5 years, they decided to change the policy when we decided to talk about Palestine. A school committee member gave a public statement comparing us high school students to white nationalists because we covered our faces in keffiyehs. Additionally, I'm the captain of the tennis team and got kicked off for leaving my game in an Uber. What? Coincidentally, I was on my way to an MIT protest that I was also speaking at. And I also learned that you have to have multiple infractions before you get kicked off, and they just kicked me off for that. Anyways, all this is to say that we've seen the strength and effectiveness of student uprisings and are here to be that change. We will not stop until there is an immediate, permanent, and unconditional ceasefire in Palestine, and until we see a free Palestine in our lifetime.
What you just heard Layla talk about is exactly what we call the Palestine exception. We see exceptions like this made when people fight for liberation. We see it all across history, whether it was civil rights or the Haitian Revolution. When people take a stand, against their oppressors, they're demonized and villainized. But it's only a reflection of your oppressor. It's only a reflection of them. Because you and everybody out here stand with the people of the world. So Layla, wear it as a badge of honor. Anyone who's facing disciplinary action, wear it as a badge of honor. Because in 15 years, they're going to talk about the people who were disciplined. They're going to talk about the people who set up encampments. They're going to talk about the people who rallied, who marched, who walked out. History will absolve us all. And it's not only students, it's our teachers as well. It's our educators. They stand with Palestine. So I'm honored to welcome up Molly, an educator. Come on!
Hello, comrade. Can we give it up one more time for Layla, please? Sounds like something that would go on a cover letter, but I genuinely mean it when I say it's not simply me teaching my students, it's that I am learning with and also more from my students every year. So that goes out to amazing young people like Layla. All of you guys here protesting at Harvard, you're amazing, so I am super indebted to you. Thank you so much. Molly Brooks, and I teach high school history a couple blocks away at Cambridge Fringe and Latin School. I am also a member of the Massachusetts Teacher Association and a proud member of the growing MTA Rank and File for Palestine. A little plug, we also just made an Instagram page, so when you have a moment, give it a follow, MTA for Palestine. And if you should see any Zionists in the comments, don't engage, just leave them to be in their bigotry. All right, but today I want to give you, context. As a member of local unions in the MTA, I would like you all to know that I am one member standing here, letting you know, Harvard students, we are watching you and supporting you, and our fights and our struggles and our victories are all intertwined. I also want to give you a little insider scoop into what the world of public ed is looking like in the moment in the progressive, as some call it, Commonwealth. The barriers that educators and students are facing in their efforts to participate in the movement for a free Palestine, and also to let you know some ways that you can support the efforts of educators and students right now in your community. As a social studies educator, I'm completely transparent with my students. That's essential to learn from multiple perspectives in order to understand the most clear and most accurate image of history possible. Right now, it is dire and it is imperative that our students are given the tools and the access to learn and process the ongoing genocide in Gaza. As we collectively bear witness to images of genocide, slaughter, cultural destruction, our students too are seeing these images, and they are listening to the narratives of those in Gaza who are subject to terror on behalf of the government of Israel and the IOF. They have questions. They want to better understand how something so pervasive and destructive is labeled merely as a conflict. And above all, they deserve to know the full truth. And they want to talk about this. They want to talk about the fascism and the police brutality that is occurring blocks away from their school. Why the gates are closed on their commute, making it minutes longer, making them late to class. And one of those truths that you are bravely out here protesting, Harvard students, is that there is something happening right now called scholasticide in Gaza that's happening on behalf of Israel. What scholasticide means is a systemic obliteration of education through arrest, detention, or killing of educators, students, and staff in the destruction of educational infrastructure. In the last 6 months, 100% of universities in Gaza have been destroyed. Nearly 700,000 of students are out of school, and nearly 6,000 killed. Our students here in the belly of the beast need to be given the space to process and understand how this can be happening and how our very nation contributes to this genocide. And how behind each of these statistics is someone with hopes, dignity, and futures. Our Palestinian American and Arab American students have been sidelined, silenced, and ignored for far too long in our schools systemically. And with narratives not just of their ancestors being left out of the curricula from the committees who supposedly aim to teach for democracy and justice. And not just the narratives of the struggle, the narrative of resilience, joy, and celebration. As an educator for social justice, I can assure you so many of us do and will continue to engage our students with these perspectives and these realities. However, here in the People's Republic even, there are policy proposals that are in circulation right now that aim to silence and diminish Palestinian narratives and accurate pictures of history in the Middle East from being taught in our very classrooms. This is a disgrace to all, even from those who are choosing the side of bigotry. I personally know teachers and fellow unionists who are steadfast in their advocacy against the current genocide in Palestine, who have, despite receiving glowing evaluations all year, going above and beyond to support their students and their families, have suddenly, suspiciously faced non-renewal for next year. However, despite these Zionist intimidation tactics, gaslighting, and intentional silencing being used at the institutional level, there are still so many Massachusetts educators who refuse to let this reality extend. We will not stop talking about Palestine and standing up for all of our students. The need for academic freedom is urgent, especially here in the belly of the beast. Do not stop pressuring the powers that be. We are out here organizing, and we will keep mobilizing until Palestine is free. And until all of our students feel heard, valued, and are given the education that they deserve. And again, until Palestine is free. Nonetheless, educators and students need your support now more than ever. Something you guys can do when you get home is find these school committee members in your city, in your town, in your suburb. Flood their inboxes. Let them know you stand on the side of academic freedom against this McCarthyism, against this fascism, and that students deserve to know the truth. Thank you, and free Palestine.
Give it up! Yo, can I get someone to help me move this speaker closer to the people? They're just really quick. Oh, you got it. We keep us safe. Come on. Come on.
Points coming through.
In that vein of that last speech, I think about Malcolm X. I keep on coming back to him on this day. Malcolm X understood world imperialism and how the United States is at the forefront of it. Malcolm X also understood that it would take an effort across all people to break those shackles. I'm reminded of this because I see my comrades over at MIT. I see them always coming out to Harvard and vice versa. I see the way that Boston is uniting against Zionism. That's the type of solidarity we gotta have in this movement. That's the type of solidarity that breaks our chains. That's the type of solidarity that will get us free. Free Palestine! 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 I want to do a real quick chant. Repeat after me.
All right.
I believe that. I believe that we will win. 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 And in that vein, I want to welcome my comrades from Hoop, from HLS, from PYM. Give it up for Layla!
end of the speech, everyone will be able to say yes to that. Basadat Araj was an intellectual in our movement who was murdered for his revolutionary spirit. Shame! And he said something that I want to share with you all today. He said the beginning of every revolution is an exit from the social order that power has enshrined. I start with these words to remind us that sometimes an end is a beginning. What we think has been extinguished is actually a spark. But I will not pretend that this moment is not dire. In the last 2 weeks, the Zionist colonial state of Israel blocked 3,000 food trucks from entering Gaza. Shame! This morning, thousands of my people in Rafah lined up for scraps at the last remaining food distribution site. Shame! And in the last 24 hours, nearly 100 of my people have been martyred in a series of massacres in Gaza. Shame! The goal of the Zionist entity is to inflict so much pain, so much suffering, that my people abandon their resolve. The goal of the occupation is to smash so many hearts that our resistance bleeds out. Never! But let me tell you something about my people. We will never surrender! Come on! The occupation is failing. Indeed, it has already failed. That's right. Resistance has pushed back against the occupation in every corner of Gaza. The occupation is dumbfounded by my people's resiliency. Just this week, we see that the cracks in the armor of empire are widening. The Israeli government is fractured and fumbling, and just recently a Knesset member stated that the war in Gaza is aimless. Quote, we are already clearly losing it. And I want to say that while the bombs are falling in Gaza, we cannot forget that here, in solidarity, in the belly of the beast, we are also at war. We are embattled with the ruling class that profit off of murdered children. We are in a face-off with a corrupt government that rubber stamps weapon sales. We are in the fight for our future, the last stand for liberation. And here at Harvard, we have squared up against a cowardly administration. That's right. And indeed, we have forced them to their knees. Ooh, come on. And if there was any question as to whether or not administration was feeling defeat, yesterday's actions prove it. Harvard would rather go back on its word and suspend its students than confront their own weaknesses. That's right. The cracks in the armor of empire are widening. We cannot allow the violence of this institution to slow us down. Come on. This moment is hard. It is painful because it is supposed to be. These suspensions, this repression, the graduating students, it is all desperate tactics from a flailing university. Yeah, that's right. We must fortify our resolve to outlast this. Otherwise, we have learned nothing from my people. We cannot have the hubris to think that every moment will be victorious, that there will never be setbacks. If we expect the struggle to be a steady stream of glory, then repression will distract us from the fact that we are indeed winning. And what these administrators don't understand is what my people have been teaching us for years. Collective punishment does not work. With each blow, we become only more emboldened, more empowered. They can suspend 5, 10, 50 of us, and the movement will continue to rise.
That's right!
If Harvard wanted a peaceful commencement, they should not have threatened us and our most vulnerable student organizers. Harvard thinks that the student movement is a meat animal they can prod into compliance. But what they do not know is that they have instead poked a mighty bear.
That's right!
And make no mistake, we will roar! And I'll close by saying that as the martyr PSL Rally predicted, we have reached the exit, the rupture, the gaping opening in the empire's armor. They are exposed, and that is when we strike. This is the birthing of a new world. Gaza is its baptism. Our movement is its steward. Harvard may be invested in the apocalypse, but a new world is coming. I just made this up. We'll try out. Sorry for the kids in the crowd. It goes like this. Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming!
Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding!
Give it all! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming!
Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming! Harvard, fuck your funding! A new world is coming!
Hey, somebody! As another one of our martyrs said, George Jackson, he said, "You'll never count me among the broken men." Never. Because the struggle continues. Liberation onwards. We're going to continue fighting another day. We're not going to stop, and they can't stop us. They can't stop us. And with that, get ready to march! I'm going to need help with the speaker, though. We got it. I think we're going this way. Marshall's correct me, but I think we're going this way. Are we good? We good? We Gucci? We got it? Let's start. This goes! Digest!
We will not stop, we will not rest this close. Digest! We will not stop, we will not rest this close. Digest! We will not stop, we will not rest this close. Digest! We will not stop, we will not rest this close. Digest! We will not stop, we will not rest this close. Digest! We will not stop, we will not rest this close. Digest! We will not stop, we will not rest this close. Digest! We will not stop, we will not rest this close.
out the street, y'all. Get out the street, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, calm.
you guys want to air my footage, you can do so with the screen. You get my full permission.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know if you want to have like an email, like a link.
Yeah, you can WBC. Are you on Twitter? You must be on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
Yeah, at WBC, and if you tag us on any of your videos,
No.
they will ask you a question. They will say, can we use your video? And that way they'll put the right name on the top.
Okay.
That's the best way.
Probably download what's streamed and just make a cut out of it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of they're going for like, what time is it? Over an hour. Let's get over there. Zoom this out. No, lock it. Don't lock the thing up. Sorry, I can't get the view. Really heavy. camera at some point.
There's no genocide.
I have a question. How many Jews?
All over the world. There's no genocide in this.
How many Jews?
Right, so there's no genocide. There's no genocide. Where are you guys out here for the Syrians? What about all the Syrians?
Yeah.
What about the fucking
What about the
Syrians?
Iraqis?
How about the Iraqis? It's bullshit. People hate Jews, that's all.
Get away from that asshole. Don't be a bigot on someone else's platform, buddy. I'm gonna throw you guys over my back again.
empty bag. If you don't meet us at the negotiating table, we're coming to your dinner table. That's We know how to keep up our end of the bargain, Garber. We know how to do that. We know how to maintain a deal. What happened? What happened? You suspend how many students? 5 students. You're disciplining over 35 students. You're making it so that 14 seniors can't graduate. And on top of all that, Palestine's going through a genocide, and you can't say nothing. Brooklyn's getting sieged, and you stand with the oppressors. Garber, in the words of Malcolm X, you go catch hell. Oh. I see it. You go catch hell. But I want to reorient us. Right now, we're seeing a genocide play out. Right now, there's 40,000 Palestinians who have been murdered. There are 15,000 children dead, and we don't know how many under rubble. Right now, Harvard, you're complicit in that. Harvard, you're complicit the same way you were complicit in South African apartheid. Complicit in the Vietnam War. Harvard, we understand that you are one and the same with the ruling class. And we will fight. We will fight our oppressors no matter where they are. Because we're on the side of liberation. I said we're on the side of liberation. Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down, down with occupation.
Down, down with occupation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down, down with occupation.
Down, down with occupation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down, down with occupation.
Down, down with occupation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down, down with occupation.
Down, down with occupation.
On Malcolm X Day, which should be a national holiday. Let me just say. It should be a national holiday. On his 99th birthday, I'm here to say that we're not outnumbered. We're just out-organized.
That's right.
We're just out-organized. And we're doing the work right now. We're doing the work that ended South African apartheid. We're doing the work. We're doing the work that ended the Vietnam War. We're doing the work that builds world revolution. Intifada, intifada.
Intifada, intifada.
Globalize the intifada.
Globalize the intifada.
Intifada, intifada.
Intifada, intifada.
Globalize the intifada.
Globalize the intifada.
Intifada, intifada coming to America.
Intifada.
Yo, we're talking the street.
Come grab some chalk.
Come get some talk. Talk the
Up
street.
there.
Talk it. Let him know. Let us leave a liberal mark. Come on now. Talk the street. Talk the street. And as we talk the street, I'm proud to welcome up an alum of PSC. Come on up, Nikki.
Hi everyone, my name is Nick Helen. I'm a member of Harvard Alumni for Palestine. A new collective of alums of conscience committed to the Palestinian cause for liberation and supporting student organizers. It's incredible to see you all here today gathered in solidarity and community at this unthinkable moment in our university's history. It is as incredible as it is devastating. Today, May 19th, marks day 225 of the ongoing genocide in Gaza.
Shame!
An ongoing genocide of over 40,000 Palestinians, which has been live streamed on our social media feeds that we scroll through daily, powered by the AI algorithms that we study in our classrooms. And funded by our own university's billion-dollar endowment. Headlines upon headlines of mass graves, of the complete obliteration of every university in Gaza, of the intentional targeting of the healthcare system, floods our newspapers. Most immediately, we are witnessing the brutality of the ongoing air and land invasion of Rafah, where 1.4 million Palestinians were directed to seek shelter, and the restarting of a bombardment campaign in the north. Within the last 10 days, across Jabalia in the north and Rafah in the south of Gaza, 900,000 Palestinians have been displaced again, some for the 15th time, and still, 76 years into the ongoing Nakba against the Palestinian people, Harvard University continues to proudly ally itself with a genocidal Zionist state. 3 months ago, I booked my flights from the UK to Boston for this week, so I could watch my friends graduate. These beautiful, brilliant, ethical young people who have worked tirelessly with such deep tenacity these past 4 years, with such steadfast moral clarity these past few weeks, organizing against the blood-soaked foundations of this university. And 2 days ago, on Friday, President Alan Garber and College Dean Rakesh Khurana chose to prevent them from graduating, going back on Garber's earlier written word to urge disciplinary amnesty for all protesters. Are they no longer worthy Harvard graduates when they call on the university to live up to its own values? As an alum, I am disgusted, appalled, and horrified by this blatant manipulation. To punish students, to make an example of them by playing with their futures like die in your hands, all for the mere crime of demanding that there can be no business as usual, while our university is complicit in the massacre of over 14,000 Palestinian children. It is nothing short of evil. But unfortunately, for those of us with memories of student organizing on campus, this moment is as appalling as it is unsurprising. Despite my own first instincts towards this language, its foundation in slavery, its alignment with genocidal projects around the world from Israel to India, and its systematic silencing of pro-Palestine advocacy. This is the Palestine exception to free speech. And it has never been louder than in this moment. When Harvard refuses to negotiate with its own students who are rightfully demanding divestment from the death machine, but simultaneously takes a meeting with Jonathan Greenblatt, the director of the Zion anti-black. We should not be surprised when Harvard suspended the only registered Palestinian organization on campus after months of repressed targeting in April. We should not be surprised. And as heartbroken as I am to witness it, when Harvard directly misleads its own students, who are disproportionately first-generation and low-income students, queer and trans students, South Asian students, and students of color, snatching away their moments of graduation days before families are flying in. We should not be surprised. This university is rotten to its core. It is for this reason that we as alumni have long overdue collectivized. For the past several months, Harvard Alumni for Palestine has done everything we can to mobilize resources and networks in support of divestment, Palestinian liberation, and student protection. In October 2023, our first letter was sent over 8,000 times to the administration, calling on them to protect students who were standing up against genocide. Later, we ran a candidate for a board of overseers and garnered hundreds of supporters across age and school. We've organized with alumni of other schools in a joint Ivy statement telling the university to stop harming our students. We fundraised for students in the encampment. We helped people get alternative jobs if they had offers threatened, supported anti-doxing efforts, placed articles and op-eds in the media calling out Harvard's hypocrisy. We are Harvard Alumni for Palestine, and we stand with our students. We will continue to fight to uphold pro-Palestine advocacy at our alma mater, for this cause is the most right one of all. Even in our moments of loss and grief, we are struggling and winning for a movement that deserves to be heard at the highest level of learning and power. We will not rest until we win. Most recently, we released a pledge in solidarity with the liberated zone and a free Palestine. And we said it loud and clear, talking in the only language that this corporation of a university understands. No donations until liberation. As the university refused to meet your reasonable demand and clung tightly to its complicity within the murderous Zionist project, we pledge to suspend all donations to the university until disclosure, divestment, amnesty, and the reinstatement of the PSC. We call on Garver, Manning, Hoekstra, and Corona to drop the charges and allow students to graduate. Island Garver, hear us loud and crystal clear. We, as over 1,500 Harvard alumni, will not be donating a single penny to this university until these demands are met, and unless our students are allowed to graduate. No donations until liberation! 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 Let me hear it! No donations! No donations! No donations! No donations! No donations! Thank you all!
We're not donating. Don't count on it. We're not giving you a single nickel, quarter, penny, you name it. Not even foreign currency. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. I want to speak on something though, because the fight continues. The struggle continues. People thought that this encampment was the end of it. This encampment was just a tactic.
Right.
This encampment was literally just a tactic. A successful tactic. But we got a whole arsenal of cards to lay down. Now it's just one, Harvard. We coming at you. Don't worry about it. We coming at you. We understand that a tactic is just one piece in a broader strategy. We understand that we're organizers. We're organizers. And so the encampment served its purpose. And now we move on. We move on to the summer, and we move on to the fall semester. Be ready. Because we're going to get disclosure and divestment. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. And in 50 years, just like how they did South Africa, just like how they did Vietnam, they're going to honor us too. They're going to honor us too. Because we're in the right. We're in the right. So stand proud. Stand proud with your solidarity of Palestine. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Gaza!
Long live Gaza!
Long live is a terrorist state.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Free Palestine.
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 Free Palestine. Next up, we got a comrade from BDS Boston. Give it up! Come on!
Thank you. Hi everyone. Assalamu alaikum. I'm a community member here, standing upon the shoulders of the incredible people at BDS Boston. We are an organization that centers our work around taking back our cities from corporations and institutions which sustain themselves by profiting off the occupation of Palestine and the atrocities of genocide. That's right. Much of our efforts are targeted at a common goal, which is to shut Albert down. Albert Systems is an arms manufacturing company that supplies the Zionist entity with 85% of its drones and land-based munitions. They build the guided bombs that you see being used to crush the homes of Zaytun neighborhood and Jabalia refugee camp, wiping entire lineages off the civil registry list and decimating generations of Palestinian heritage and culture. They design killer drones used to dismember the limbs and organs of Palestinian children who lose their legs before they can learn to walk and lose their lungs before they can learn to breathe. Albert built surveillance towers, reconnaissance equipment, artillery systems, and mortar ammunitions. Every mechanism used to kill and destroy in this genocide and throughout much of the occupation of Palestine has very likely been architected by Albert Systems in some way or another. And their subsidiary, KMC Systems, occupies an office only a 15-minute walk away from us at 130 Bishop Allen Drive, Cambridge, Massachusetts. If we were to sit down and begin to write of how much war profiteers such as Albert have stolen, to begin to articulate the grief experienced by every mother whose children have tasted the fruits of Jannah before eating a proper meal on earth, to describe the dreams and ideas of thousands of Palestinian students who were denied the chance to don their graduation caps and fulfill their aspirations, to express the agony that the soil of Palestine and the shores of Gaza feel at the loss of her precious children who have nurtured the land for hundreds of thousands of years. We could fill every sidewalk with every inch of this earth with our words, and it would never be enough to encompass what has been taken and destroyed. For every martyr is an entire world. War profiteering companies such as Albert have stolen the world from its people over 40,000 times. And we know that that's a ginormous underestimate. Over 40,000 times. And their buildings are still standing unaffected. Their CEOs and chief technologists are still fattening their wallets, expanding their offices into every corner of our cities. Is this the type of existence we accept for ourselves? No! Is this the fate that we accept for our communities? No! How is this possible? This is possible when our premier universities, quote unquote, premier universities, such as Harvard and MIT, have decided that there is nothing wrong with the bombing of every university in Gaza. Not only is there nothing wrong with it, they endorse it, they condone it. Shame! We can understand how this is possible when we recognize how much power lies within the hands of administrators and leaders at these globally renowned institutions. Every minute of inaction from Harvard, every instance in which they choose to undermine the Palestinian liberation struggle by choosing to maintain ties that benefit the Zionist entity and allying themselves with depraved bigots such as Jonathan Greenblatt, is used to manufacture consent for the perpetuation of a genocide. Instead of taking action to divest from war profiteering corporations and research projects that are used to architect the technology and policies which further the occupation and champion the freedom and self-determination of the Palestinian people, universities have sent another message to the world, that they are willing to suspend, evict, arrest, and brutalize their own students, their own faculty, their own community, rather than fulfill a basic obligation to their humanity, an obligation which we all have to do everything in our capacity to stop this genocide. I want to refer once again to the martyr Basil el-Araj, which Leah introduced in her speech. He once said that if you don't want to confront oppression, then your role as an intellectual is pointless.
That's right.
So what does it mean when educational institutions that are considered to be the core of intellectual development in America and across the world have decided that their engineering students will learn to build bombs and their political science students will learn to justify the bombing? What does it mean when our education, a powerful tool meant to breathe life into our communities and fill them with resources and opportunities, is designed to create the fodder with which the genocidal death machine sustains itself? Harvard University does not operate in a vacuum. It is the largest landlord in the city of Cambridge and continues to eat up swaths and swaths of land and resources in a city where housing is becoming scarce and unaffordable for most longtime residents. And instead of using these resources to build equitable, sustainable communities that support the most oppressed and vulnerable members of our society, Harvard has chosen to align itself with the Zionist occupation and penalize anyone who dares to speak out against the mass murder and displacement of the Palestinian people. Our universities have created pipelines into the war profiteering workforce, serving corporations such as Albit and Raytheon, which also encroach upon our cities and gentrify the land. For the people of Cambridge, who work to cultivate this city year-round, including when school is out of session, it is imperative that we take a stance against the hoarding of land by an institution abetting a genocide. The administrators, politicians, and city leadership occupy a level of power, status, and authority that has been hoisted upon the hopes of people looking to live in a just and equitable world, especially people of color and working class communities. Do they really believe that licking the colonizer's boot will save them from taking accountability when we demand it? That pandering to imperialist fantasies will immunize them and shelter their necks from the impending guillotine? No! It is our obligation to disrupt the fabric of their daily lives, as we are doing right now. To force them to reckon with what they thought they could ignore. It is violently unconscionable for those to occupy stations of prestige, conferred to them by the masses, to feign uselessness or naivete in the face of a genocide which they have the ability to stop. When Harvard behaves like the colonizer, we must respond in line with those who resist colonization.
That's right!
Our escalation will give us dignity. Our rage is what gives us dignity. We escalate as opposed to appealing for justice from individuals who have shown themselves to be morally bankrupt and irredeemably apathetic. Escalation empowers us in these circumstances to recognize our own agency and the level of disruption and impact our actions can have, autonomously, individually, and collectively. The university encampments have opened doors for escalation and paved a path for us to stand together and demand that our resources and our cities are used for improving life instead of destroying it. The people of Gaza have long demanded that we stop the entire world for this genocide, and the key to doing so for us is to keep escalating now.
Come on! Say it loud, say it clear!
Alvin is not welcome here!
Alvin is not welcome here! Say it loud, say it clear!
Alvin is not welcome here!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Alvin is not welcome here!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Alvin is not welcome here!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Alvin is not welcome here!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Alvin is not welcome here!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Alvin is not welcome here!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Alvin is not welcome here!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Alvin is not welcome here!
Make some noise! Cambridge would rather have weapons manufacturers than give affordable housing to the people.
Shame!
And Harvard is complicit in all that. Harvard actively gentrifies the area, actively creating harm for community members. Harvard stands on bloody ground of a legacy of slavery, colonization, murder, everything. Harvard is complicit in all oppression people face. That's Harvard. And that's what the president of the university especially represents. Goldberg represents imperialism, through and through. That's it. That's what Goldberg represents. He sits at the helm of an institution that would rather pay for death than life. Goldberg is at the helm of an institution that would rather suspend their students than divest from genocide.
Shame!
So that's why we're here. That's why we stand firm and we don't cower. Because we understand that it is us who make the change. The masses of people. On our journey to liberation, we understand that the ruling class, the rich and powerful, will always try to demonize us, will always try to paint us as villains. Right now we see it with the Palestine exception. The way that Palestine constantly and they always try to paint them as some villains. All while they're just trying to fight for freedom, fight for human dignity, fight for a right to life. We all want that. All the people of the world want that. Why exceptionalize them? So up next, we got my comrade in the struggle, Tala, here to educate the people.
All right, everyone, let's be loud enough so Interim Allen can hear us. That's 40,000 people dead.
40,000 people dead!
Harvard suspects students instead.
Harvard suspects students instead!
40,000 people dead.
40,000 people dead!
Harvard suspects students instead.
Harvard suspects students instead!
punish the people pushing to end our complicity in this catastrophe. Instead of listening to the students that make this institution possible, Harvard caves to the wealthy outside agitators that make the institution profitable. Of course, Harvard, the rotten heart of this dying empire, does not speak the language of morality. It speaks the language of profitability, and for the record, it doesn't even speak that language well, because its endowment is doing nearly worse than every other comparable institution. You hear that, interim Allen? Let me be clear. Every student, every disciplined student, every suspended student has more clarity, more moral courage, more bravery than every corrupt Harvard administrator at this institution combined. That's right. More than every cowardly Harvard president that draws the blinds on his house rather than meet the students standing outside his door. For the Palestinians who have grown up under the boot of U.S. imperialism, whose very existence shatters the layers and layers of propaganda that this settler colonial country was founded on, we know that the weaponization of disciplinary rules to silence students speaking out against a genocide is just the latest example of the Palestine exception to free speech. That's right. That's right. This exceptionalization of Palestine has a logic. There's a reason that Harvard presidents cower at the liberatory slogan, "From the river to the sea." There's a reason Congress has spent more time manufacturing outrage over the very word intifada than doing anything to stop the billions of dollars that it's funneling into death rather than investing into life. It's because Palestine is where the battle over our collective future is being waged. Palestine is where the imperialists of the world, the racists, the capitalists, the colonialists, the Zionists, are defending their violent isms. Where the warmongers carve their bloody vision of the future into our backs and onto our land. And it's because Palestine is where these global structures of oppression will meet their end. When we say free Palestine, the ruling class trembles. When these students say free Palestine, Harvard administration scrambles. Because they know that freedom is contagious.
Time's up!
They know that when Palestine is free, the rest of the world follows. In the long road to freedom, stop asking yourself what you might lose by taking radical action for Palestine. Ask yourself what you could gain. We can all learn from these students. They know what we stand to gain. Liberation, freedom, justice, and when we gain it, we will have the brave, the courageous, the unflinching, the steadfast, the morally clear, the people who resisted at personal cost and against all odds to thank.
By any means necessary. Palestine. We may be in the belly of the beast, the belly of world imperialism, but Palestine is the center of resistance. We look to Palestine for inspiration. We look to Palestine as our heroes, and we'll continue the march towards liberation. Well, we gotta continue this march. So, everybody turn your attention this way. We will continue. If I can get some help with the speakers, that'd be great. Anybody? You got one. Free Palestine!
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 Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live the Intifada!
Long live the Intifada!
Intifada! Intifada!
Intifada! Intifada!
I put that on my mama's mama!
I'll put that on my mama's mama!
Intifada! Intifada!
Intifada! Intifada!
I put that on my mama's mama!
I'll put that on my mama's mama!
There is only one solution!
There is only one solution!
Intifada revolution!
Intifada revolution!
There is only one solution!
There is only one solution!
Intifada revolution! This goes! Diverse! We will not stop! We will not rest this close! Diverse! We will not stop! We will not rest this close! Diverse!
We will not stop! We will not rest!
This close! Diverse!
We will not stop! We will not rest!
This close! Diverse!
We will not stop! We will not rest!
This close! Diverse!
We will not stop! We will not rest!
This close! Diverse!
We will not stop! We will not rest!
This close! Diverse!
We will not stop! We will not rest!
This close! Diverse!
We will not stop! We will not rest!
This close!
questions. Right?
God, my headphones are still on.
We want justice, you say up. And the seas are up and down. We want justice, you say up. And the seas are up and down. Israel bombs, USA paid. How many kids did you kill today? Israel bombs, USA paid. How
music.
Okay, I'll give you a minute.
Thank you.
See ya.
Oh my god, that water fountain was so nice. Guess I didn't get very far. I don't even know where we are in Harvard Square or whatever the hell this place is.
And we're in the belly of the people. So we have an extra obligation to stand against it. We have an extra obligation to show our solidarity with the people of Palestine. Up next, I want to welcome up Elizabeth from HSU PDS. Palestine got labor on their side. Come on now. Give it up!
All right, these aren't my words to say. These are the words of a medical doctor, a Harvard faculty member who took join us and wanted to share their words with us. An American medical team is trapped in Rafah and they refuse to leave, stating they will not abandon their team. Members of the team testified that they don't have the supplies to care for the wounded. This is no surprise. The UN has documented that Israeli authorities have been blocking the entry of essential medicines to Gaza since day one of this genocide, but well before, the Physicians for Human Rights in Israel and other humanitarian organizations have documented in 2014 and well before that Israel has systematically denied entry of essential medicines into the occupied Palestinian territories, creating unnecessary shortages and producing health inequities. Let me be clear. This violates the Geneva Conventions. It's no secret. This is one of the reasons that my colleagues, physicians' colleagues, have called Gaza an acute, chronic genocide. My American colleagues in Gaza have placed their bodies between Israeli soldiers and the likely raid they fear will turn the European hospital in Rafah into a mass grave. Like the mass grave discovered behind Shifa Hospital in North Gaza, where patients were found, hands and feet bound, with catheters attached to their bodies, medical staff in their scrubs, dumped in mass graves, with their hands and feet bound. And in the face of this, for the last 3 weeks, Harvard students have made the brave decision to put their bodies and their futures between Harvard University's endowment and the 2 million Palestinians in Palestine who haven't yet been killed through our nation and our university's financial and political support for Israel's genocide in Gaza. For over the last 50 years, student protesters have occupied buildings, pitched tents in the yard, and led disruptive protests in Harvard-protected free speech. Suddenly, even with a written agreement and students cleaning up their encampment with ample time to spruce up the yard, the precious grass, for commencement, and painstakingly donating their equipment to dozens of local charities, out of the blue, around the back, comes the Palestine exception. Once again, crushing students' futures and careers with disproportionate severity, which somehow pops up every time you question Israel. We cannot let this stand. We cannot allow Harvard to steamroll peaceful student protesters in contravention of decades of precedent. We should all be chilled to hear about the New York billionaires who urged Mayor Eric Adams to arrest peaceful student protesters in New York City. And should keep in mind that Harvard's very own Bill Ackman was among them. Who's it gonna be, Harvard? The billionaires or the people? Because the people want you to divest. The people, students, faculty, and alumni want you to issue the students the degrees they've earned. And as they say, the people united will never be defeated. Yes! The people united will never be defeated.
The people united
will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
The people united
will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united
will never be defeated.
Make some noise! First of all, closer. Come a little bit closer. We all pro-Palestinian. Come on. I want to highlight what some people are holding. I want folks to hold up way in the sky. Way in the sky. Way in the sky. This is what Israel has done. This is what an occupation has done.
Shame!
This is what United States tax dollars have done.
Shame!
The United States funds death over life. Harvard University makes a conscious decision to invest in death rather than life. Look at the ages on these. Look at the ages. 6, 4, 2, 13, 14. What is this? This is what our institutions invest in. They invest in death, murder, blood. We have to counteract this. We have to counteract this. Make it concrete for yourself. Look at these people. It's not 40,000 people in some abstract world. It's 40,000 real people. It's 15,000 real children. I know we're not there, but look at them. This is what we're fighting for. This is what we're fighting for. So when they try to repress our movement, when they try to suspend us, when they try to discipline us, remember this. Hold it way up. Remember this. Children of all ages, murdered.
Yes.
This is what we're fighting for. We're fighting for the right to life.
Yes.
The right for human beings to eat, to drink water, to have parents. That's what this is about. That's what liberation is. It's not a concept in the abstract. It's real. It's real people being murdered every single day.
Shame!
Malcolm X said that we gotta stand up.
Yes.
We gotta stand up.
Yes.
We have to stand up
Yes.
for the freedom of people all over the world.
Yes.
So let these hold them up. Let these images be a reminder of that. Let these images remind you of why we're in this fight. Let these images remind you that this is a genocide. Let these images remind you of what it means to say, free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
That's why we're in this struggle. For freedom and liberation. That's it. And the university can't do anything. They can't do nothing to ever shake us, to ever repress us, because we'll keep getting up. We'll keep standing up. They can take away anything they want. They can take away anything from us. But the honor of being able to stand in solidarity with Palestine gives us life.
Yes.
That's it. So the student movement is alive and well. The student intifada is alive and well. Because we understand what these images mean.
Yes.
That's why. Up next, I want to have Sal, a comrade in the struggle, HGSU BDS in the building. Come on up and speak. As someone who's facing suspension.
I'm facing outboard charges, bro. It is the process by which I might get suspended.
Leave it to the union to talk about process.
My name is Sal. I'm an organizer with the BDS caucus of the Harvard Graduate Students Union. And a proud member of the Hoop Coalition. Like
many others here today, I'm currently facing administrative board charges because Harvard has deemed our opposition to the genocide in Gaza and our refusal to be complicit in this genocide a violation of its rules and standards of conduct. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time, and then I might switch to a megaphone.
Wait.
As a result of Harvard's actions, give me the megaphone.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine!
As a result of Harvard's actions, Harvard students now face the prospect of suspension, eviction, and deportation.
Shame!
Harvard considers our actions worthy of severe disciplinary action.
Shame!
It has treated the moral courage of its students and student workers with contempt.
Shame!
It has outlawed our condemnation of the greatest moral catastrophe of the 21st century. Harvard, it seems, lives in an upside-down world. Harvard, it seems, has lost its fucking mind! Just last night, Israel launched yet another airstrike on a refugee camp in central Gaza, killing at least 35 people, including 7 children. Israeli forces have destroyed 300 homes in Jabalia alone since it invaded the city earlier this month. The World Health Organization is making desperate pleas to let in the medical teams and supplies that Israel has blocked from entering at the Rafah border crossing for over 2 weeks. This morning, we watched Palestinians living in conditions of famine, clambering onto aid trucks, risking their lives and limbs in a desperate attempt to feed themselves and their families. This is the latest stage of a 7-month-long siege, a campaign of annihilation that seeks not just to kill as many Palestinians as possible, but also to destroy the very conditions of life in Gaza. In the face of this brutality, the only rational response is outrage. If our outrage is in violation of Harvard's rules and standards of conduct, then Harvard needs new rules of conduct. If our refusal to stand aside and be apathetic in the face of Israel's genocidal violence is worthy of Harvard's admonition, then Harvard needs a lesson in moral clarity. If our solidarity with the people who have been catching hell for over 75 years and who have faced the most degenerate kind of colonial violence for the past 7 months is worthy of exile from its campus, then we must relentlessly question the purpose Harvard serves. For our comrades that have been issued a requirement to withdraw, functionally a suspension, Harvard alleges that it administers such sanctions when it has determined that a, quote, student needs to be separated from the college in order to gain perspective on their actions or to address and resolve any difficulties, end quote. To this we say, Harvard, we have one difficulty that needs to be resolved immediately. Your complicity in the ongoing genocide in Gaza. We do not need more perspective on our actions.
Yeah, that's right.
In fact, the administration's reaction has given us a lot of fucking perspective. It has taught us that when it comes to Palestine, none of the usual rules of the liberal university apply.
That's right.
It has taught us that Harvard is committed to upholding and perpetuating the Palestine exception.
That's right.
The Palestine exception to free speech, the Palestine exception to peaceful protest, and now the Palestine exception to sanctions and discipline. The Gaza leading a present-day McCarthyite witch hunt which revels in its anti-Palestinian bigotry and anti-Muslim racism. Since October, our views have been consistently mischaracterized, misrepresented, misused, decontextualized, and misapplied to play into the narrative of outside agitators interested in having a cultural war on the back end of literal atrocities. As the Garber administration chooses to respond to the plights of alumni and donors, conveniently using the university as a political theater, we choose to respond to the call of the Palestinian people to join the chorus of millions who have declared a state of moral emergency, who have refused to let life go on as usual when over 35,000 people have been killed, funded by our tax dollars and buoyed by our university's financial investments. The Palestine exception should have no place at Harvard University. We will not rest until the university ceases to weaponize this exception by singling out and punishing our fellow students. We will not rest until we put an end to our institution's complicity in this genocide. And we will not rest until Palestine is free. Disclose! Divest! We will not stop! We will not rest! Disclose! Divest! We will not stop! We will not rest! Disclose! Divest! We will not stop! We will not rest! Disclose! Divest! We will not stop! We will not rest! Disclose! Divest! We will not stop! We will not rest! Disclose! Divest! We will not stop! We will not rest! Disclose! Divest! We will not stop! We will not rest! Disclose! Divest! We will not stop! We will not rest! Disclose! Divest! We will not stop! We will not rest!
I want to end off with a chant, an inspirational chant. We did it in the beginning, but we're going to do it again. Repeat after me. I believe. I believe that. I believe that we will win. 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 Make some noise! We're not gonna stop fighting until we see a free Palestine. That's it. That's it. And Harvard will disclose and divest. They don't got a choice because we here. Come on. Now, logistics. If everybody, like, your handouts, could you leave them, like, in the front here? The water balls and all that. Leave them. And then campers, if you can stay around, that'd be great. Free Palestine! 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 Yallah!
Everyone's important. I have
So it's like I feel like I get a little backed up sometimes.
This is Chris. We all met at that. Oh, and this is my friend Ryan. Thank you for carrying time and your heart and everything.
We got a puppy! We got a pupper! We got a pupper on the loose! Pupper dog on the... We got a pupper on the loose! There you go.
So, yeah, I checked on YouTube, it works.
Hey, buddy.
This is the Harvard OOP live stream?
No, this is my personal.
Yeah. But anything helps, you know?
Don't dox my dog.
Yeah, please.
Don't dox him.
Yeah. No, he's on our side, don't worry. He's my friend.
What?
Jim Jam. I hope you're okay with being taken to the police, Jim Jam.
That's fine. You know, I had friends in high school that called me that. But I do kind of want to talk to that guy, see if he was
Sorry, I'm gonna shut the screen down.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I think, are we done or not?
Yes, we're done. Me and Romina going to get some food somewhere. Would you want to join us?
I gotta find where my car is and put all this stuff in.
Well, you park fairly close, right?
Parked on Church.
You park at the starting point.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too far. Do we kind of just do a little out of this area?
I think we're like really close.
We can follow you to your car if you want to come with us. We don't mind.